Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and today I'm up with a share and we're going to make something. So what have we got? We've got the stamp that I used yesterday and I'm showing that again purely based on the fact that the little demo that I did, I didn't want to waste that, so I've actually used that in my cards that I'm going to share today. I've used this little sentiment set again, and this time I've used the Hello Spring, and I've used this basket die which comes with a little rosette. It comes with Easter grass, it's got little eggs in there, and also the little ribbon tails that hang off the rosette. So I've done that one. I have only cut this one out because I intend to talk about it. And this is the one that we're going to make. Right, so I'm just going to pause a second while I clear my table. Okay, so first up is the little Easter basket. And you saw me stamp this yesterday using the oxide inks from Panalisa. And what I did is I used it for the background, but then when I came to cut the eggs, I thought, you know, a lot of people do marble their eggs for Easter, so I thought I would do that. And then the grass that comes with this basket I cut in yellow, pink and a kind of sage green. And then my camera's playing up, but I used a pink, let's get in close there. Oh, there you go. I used a pink polka dot paper on that, and this is that gorgeous basket. So if I grab my die, you actually, whoops, a daisy, let's move that. You actually cut your basket out and then you cut this, and you can see it's graded. So your biggest one goes at the top and grades down to the bottom, and you just quite literally, if I get close here, you just thread them through. Now you can glue your bits down if you want to. I didn't, and they're really easy to push around once you've got them in there. But I just absolutely love that. And now that I've made it, I can measure it. But obviously I'm not going to do the width on the rosette bit, because that would be a false measurement. And I'm just fighting down the end of my table, trying to get my ruler. Right, so the height of this, let's have a look. 4¼ inches. And then the width, I'm going to go at the handle. And I am going to say that is 2 7/8. Isn't it lovely? So pretty. And it's one of those things that when Easter is out of the way, you can just fill that basket with flowers. You could put a little rabbit in there if you wanted to. Or if you didn't have your sentiment, I actually positioned this so I could stamp the sentiment, you know, just inside of the handle. But you could stick a little gift card in there if you wanted to give a gift card. But I just think that's really lovely. So that is my first make. My second make is something that I only cut out because I'm going to use it tomorrow and make something with it, but I just wanted to wax lyrical about it. So it's the crate. Yes. These kind of dies are my absolute favourite dies. I've only glued it along this section here and up this side here. So this is empty. So you could put a gift card in there if you wanted to. But look at the seasonality of that. You can fill it with vegetables, you can fill it with pumpkins, you can fill it with apples, strawberries, different kinds of fruit. You can fill it with, you know, if you're doing a child's card, you could have, it could be a toy box, it could be filled with books. You can have quite literally anything coming out of a crate, including bunches of sunflowers. So, you know, all year round, that is a really good die. And if you love to do altered art, then all you need to do is print off a little vintage crate label and stick it there and there. you know, get your distress inks out, and you've got an awesome little something to add into a book where, you know, you can have wildflowers or anything coming out of that if you like to do a bit of mixed media as well. It's just absolutely awesome. Just 2 pieces, that's all it was. And I'll share the die just so that you can see. I kept it together because I just ran it through on the same colour cardstock, and I used my craft cardstock. But I just love that. And of course, if you wanted to, you can put just a little something in there. You can tie some twine, and you've got a little crate tag. Maybe something that would look really nice if you're giving a crate as a gift, you know, filled with all kinds of seasonal goodies, or just to put something in, just to hang off a gift bag. I just love that. Things like that, they kind of go into my forever box, and you know, they don't go to anybody else, because you just know at any point in the future it's just a lovely die to pull out and use again, rather like this basket die. Right, I have waxed lyrical, and we are now going to make this. So I'm just going to clear this, dash away, cut this out, and I'll be straight back. Right, I am back, and this is the die, and this is a punnet die. So I wanted to do it, make it, to see just how big it is, and I have cut 4. So I've used my craft cardstock again because I've just got a bunch of it on the table at the moment, but you could do it in whatever you wanted to. Now I'm going to go along here and assume that it goes like this if it's a punnet, but what I want to do first is fold on the score lines, because sometimes I make the error of not doing them or finding them. And if you're using heavyweight cardstock, which is what I am, it kind of, you know, it just helps if you find your bend points now. It saves any pain further down the line as you try to bend it when you've already glued it, if you know what I mean. So we're just doing all of those, and that's Bo, bless him. The mail lady has arrived, and who knows what the mail lady brings. It's always a pleasant surprise, unless it's a bill, but you know, such is life. Right, so we're going to glue and connect all of these together. So I'm just putting it there because it's going to squidgy out. And then you've actually got your score line there. So you want to go slightly in front of your score line. Let me pick that up so that I can see and you can see. So that is slightly in front of your score line so that you're still able to bend it. And I'm pretty sure I got that on straight. Okay, it's always important when you're gluing. I'll hold it up here. You see where it's bent there? You always want to glue just in front of it so that it can still bend. If you glue over it, it's going to sort of like warp what you do. So try to keep it like that in front of your score lines. Well, I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this, gluing it straight like that, and I'll be right back. Right, so these are glued together, and as you can see, it's just a flat long run of all 4 of them, and there's the tab on the end. So next you're going to flip it over. You're going to fold your bits over towards you so that you're making a square like that. I hope you can see that in the camera, so that we've got a square, you know, just like a punnet. And we're going to put glue onto here now. And I'm probably going to have to hold it for a couple of minutes. I hope you can see that. Just a little bit. I don't want to overdo it because we've got quite a bit of humidity. And then just bring the end over. And I'm going to need to hold that and kind of point it towards me while I do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause You can see what I'm doing there, and you can see what that looks like. And I'll be right back as soon as I can get my finger in here. Right, that is now dry, and you can see I've got my punnet, and while I was waiting for it to dry, I've put some adhesive tape just on 2 of the flaps there, because that's what my brain is telling me, that I need 2 with adhesive, and then this will go across and stick onto that. So that is what we're going to attempt to do. So just bear with me while I get this tape off. And I'm just going to do one at a time. So do it while it's upside down to you, and then you can get your bit on straight. So there's number 1. Of course, you are going to need some pressure on there. Move that one out of the way. I'm looking at the side, and that's straight. And then you just want this to be even and meet up in the middle. So I'm just pointing it towards me for a second. I'm going to turn it upside down to finagle it, because I didn't put it down in the right place. This is one of the amusing things about working on camera. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this one off, because I think it's just going to make it easier to be able to do that, flip it and stick it. Let's get my tape off in a run. If I'm all blurred, I apologise. Sometimes getting too close to the camera can send things just a little bit wild. Right, I'm going to tuck that under. Get that where I think it's supposed to be. And then I'll straighten it out after if I need to. But those 2 bits are supposed to butt up to there. So I'm going to carefully flip it. If you look down inside your basket, you can see I'm totally out there. So I'm just pushing that bit out and sticking, and then I'm totally out on that bit, so I'm going to retrieve that. I'm going in. Just push your fingers down if you as long as you never push anything down firmly, you've usually got some room for manoeuvre. So I just wanted to get that bit on straight. That's it. Look at the size of that. It is huge. I still haven't pushed that down far enough. But look at that. I mean, obviously you can see I need to finagle that. I've got that totally in the wrong position, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to lift it. Oh yeah, I am. There we go. I'm just trying to straighten myself up a bit. I'm just poking it off camera. Oh wow, that is awesome. Look at the size of that. I mean, ignore the fact that, you know, I didn't close that up properly, but I'm going to measure that. I mean, if you're somebody who does craft fairs, you know, and you've got little strawberry shaped soaps and stuff like that, that is 3 3/4, and then the height is 3 5/8. That is huge. I mean, that is the size of a punnet that you would probably get a pound of strawberries in. I kid you not. It is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love that. I mean, that's another forever item for me, because I know I could put sugar dipped strawberries in there, you know, chocolate dipped strawberries. I could put little soaps in there. You can put whatever you want in there. I could even put my mulberry tea in there, because I like to dry the mulberry leaves and the berries and then just steep them all together. But what a great little gift item. Absolutely gorgeous, and a gorgeous size. And it's just true to size. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to measure it across there for you so that you can see. I'm going to go that bit to that bit. 5¼ inches. Absolutely fabulous. Love it. Right, so what did we get up to today? I'm leaning across the desk. We did the punnet. We've got the gorgeous little spring card, and we've got this little crate, which I'm going to come back with tomorrow. We're going to do something with that tomorrow. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. Have an absolutely awesome day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.